Hi, I'm Gigi.
And I'm Jeff.
And we're heading to Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Come on with us. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
So if you came across from where we used to live and come down here, you would come to the Cape Cod Canal. And that's what the bridges go over. Sagamore and the Bourne bridges. And it's a big canal. What happens at the canal, Jeff, besides fishing?
Well, the canal is a big waterway. It cuts off a lot of mileage from the ships having to go around the tip of Cape Cod. It cuts off, I don't know how many 100 miles, but it's a much faster route as it was built to accommodate shipping. And I'm going to show you right here where the first original Sagamore Bridge was. We're driving what is up right now, a road, but it was the old approach. And right dead straight ahead, right there, was the original Sagamore Bridge. It was very small, low, didn't allow big ships to go through. It was a narrow canal at the time. It was widened in the late 20s, early 30s when the main new bridges were built, the ones we've showed you in the other footage. So it was right here? That A-frame house that you can see across the other side of the canal, although you can't see the canal, it's down there, trust me. That was the abutment where the other side of this bridge ended up in the village of Sagamore.
Cool.
And it was just a very narrow canal, much, a wide stream, in fact. It wasn't that big of a deal. And then they decided to make it wider for the ships to go through and put the bridges up. The railroad bridge, the Bourne and the Sagamore Bridge were all built at the same time.
Cool. This is on the road to the canal. We thought we'd just show you the canal. It's always a beautiful place to walk down to from where we lived and walk along the canal. It's fun. A lot of people rollerblade and bicycle and jog and everything on the canal.
Yep, fish.
Yep, and fish. Fishing is, you have to use a certain type of rod to fish off the canal. And it's in the ocean, so it's saltwater fishing. So I don't know anything about that, but I know Jeff does because that's what he did. So maybe he can tell you when we look at the canal, he can talk about how to fish from the canal. So this is the Sagamore Bridge, and this is on the underneath side, and this is the canal. We'll get out and take a peek.
Okay, here we are at the base of the Sagamore Bridge. Sagamore Bridge is on the eastern end of the canal. And I did work on that bridge in 1973 and 1974. We replaced the whole roadbed. And across the way you can see what used to be the Christmas tree shop. That building right there. And as a child I fished many a day on this canal with my father and my brother. And it is a tough place to fish because it has a strong moving current. As you can see, the current's heading west right now. It moves as fast as about 7 knots. It really gets moving. And as a child, we spent a lot of time on the edges of the canal here, bottom fishing, even in the winter time. It was a not so fond memory of standing down here, freezing to death, trying to catch codfish for something to eat. So, although it was cold and icy at the time, it's still a fond memory, though. I got to do it with my dad. My dad loved this canal. He fished this canal for years and years and years, caught many a striped bass and bluefish out of here, and enjoyed it tremendously, as many people do today. You can see somebody right down there fishing. Usually you have to have a surf rod, a big heavy rod with heavy line, because it's rocky on the bottom, on the shoreline, where when they widen the canal, they put a lot of heavy rock, rip-rap as they call it, and a lot of times you get caught up with your fishing gear on that. You have to break your line, you can't get it back. You have to get used to it. It's a way of fishing that not many people are used to. But as you can see from the boats going through, it's fairly active, and still to this day, many a big ship goes through here, barges, tugboats, and all that, with cargo moving up and down the East Coast. So I spent many a year here. So anyway, with that note of interest, goodbye for now, and tune in if you get a chance. We really appreciate it. Ciao, ciao.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed.